Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I really hope you guys are having a marvelous day. If you guys are hearing a bit of a zh sound, it's just my fan on there in the background because it is very hot today, so just try to ignore that. Okay guys, so I just quickly want to declare to you guys what the fake up means. So basically it's just fake makeup. It is products from other brands that they have faked or copied or whatever and are now or usually much more inexpensive and affordable. So they are usually in like the cheap stores and like with us it's the cheap Chinese stores and stuff like that. So I just wanted to quickly declare to you guys that that is where I get the fake up from, and I just want to quick disclaimer say that I didn't think of fake up. I saw these videos on Jordan Byers' channel. I don't know if you guys know her. She is also a very big YouTuber in America. You guys should definitely go check her out. I love her videos. She does a bunch of really cool reviews and things, and go tell her that I sent to you guys. This is not a collaboration or anything. I just want to tell you guys that she usually does the fake up videos where she compares the real makeup to the fake ones. So usually she orders makeup of a website where there is usually fake products, and then she has the real ones, and then she compares them and reviews the fake ones or whatever. So you guys can go check out her videos. That is where I got the inspiration from. So the minute that I saw these fake ups, I knew that I was inspired by her and I wanted to do a video based on how she does hers. So, and I was really excited. So just quick disclaimer, I want to tell you guys that I got the inspiration from Jordan Byers. So for today's video I'm doing something quite interesting. This blew my mind when I found it. So the other day me and my friend, we went to one of our local like cheap stores. My mom calls it the cheap Chinese stores, you know, like where all the China products come and they are really inexpensive. And we walked around there and she took me to show me a brush that she got there, a makeup brush. I think it was a shader brush that she got there for like 15 rand, and she said that it worked very good. So we went to the makeup section and she showed me that, and when I looked up I saw something, and for a minute I was sort of blown away because I was like that thing can't be there, it can't possibly be there, how is that hanging there? So that thing was this. So this says it is a Real Techniques by Sam and Nick Chapman, your base and flawless core collection brush set 2-in-1 case and stand, hanging there on the shelf. And I was like, there's no way. I've looked at these things in like on their websites and stuff, and I look and I'm like, the shipping to South Africa is so expensive, the brushes look fabulous, and I know we have brushes here for the same price but not as good quality, but then the shipping is just so expensive that it's not even worth it. And I wanted to try Real Techniques brushes for so long, so I knew a lot about them, not a lot, but I knew some things about them. So I knew that there's no possible way that the Real Techniques brushes would hang there, and I got this for 99 rand. Can you guys see there? 99 rand. So you guys can convert that to your money unit, whatever, to figure out how much that is. I will maybe like leave pound and euro and dollar here and Australian dollar or whatever for you guys to figure out, but that is extremely inexpensive. So this collection costs around 18 American dollars. So right here I have on the website, you guys can see there it is, and then it says there it will be 265 South African rand and 41 cents right there. Can you guys see that right there? So that is how much it would cost me, never mind shipping, just the price of it. And here I got it for 99 rand. So I knew that this had to be a fake right off the bat, but I decided to buy it and try it in any way, but because all brushes and things are mainly made in the same place at the same factories, so the quality could differ a bit, but not that much. I mean, I don't know a lot about where the Real Techniques get manufactured and stuff like that, but I knew that I had to give it a try because I wanted to try Real Techniques brushes for so long. But unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the Real Techniques brushes to compare these two, but you guys who have Real Techniques out there, please let me know how these how the real ones work so that I can compare them to these. So I wanted to do a whole like unboxing and first impressions and a review of them, but I was of course too interested and intrigued to figure out how these would work. So of course I already unboxed them and used them, and now I just like packed them back into the box so that they look very like brand new and snazzy for you guys. But truth is, I have used them. I used them to do this look today, so, and a few others already. So I have used them, but I have to say, in all, the brushes are not that bad. They do the job pretty darn well. The only thing that I would say that is probably different, I don't know, from the real ones, is that the bristles don't fall out as much as these. So it's basically just the quality of the bristles. So the bristles come out quite a lot, so I would usually, like when I'm busy with a buffer brush or whatever, then there would be a few streaks, maybe one or two. And if you look at the brush, I don't know if you will it focus. Okay, you guys can't see, but there are already like a few like ones of them like sticking out, and if you just tug on it a bit it will come out, but you shouldn't tug on them in any case like I do. But let me tell you guys like what is in the collection. So the small one here, a detailer brush, you have a pointed foundation brush, which is that one, then you have the buffing brush, which is this big one, and then this other one is a contour brush, and then you have a panoramic case which you just open up, and it has more slots on this side. So I already like filled up all my brushes in here and then just took them out for the video, but a bunch of my brushes fit in here very nicely. So then you have a few other pockets, and then I don't know what this thing is for though. I'm not sure how you're supposed to use this. I don't know how it works. I know how they usually work, but I can't see how they work in this case. But then you just fold it out over, and there you have your little case. The case is probably not the best quality. You can feel it's very light and thin, and it doesn't, like, I don't know, it won't protect your brushes as well as other cases could, but for the price, I mean, you can't complain. So, and I don't have a case, so this is pretty cool to have one now. Not that I would just throw my brushes all like just in this case into a bag and stuff it into an airplane over like cabin, but for like keeping it here in my room, and it will protect them, it might keep them a bit more clean and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool and it does work. I use this little detailer brush for cut creases and for like if you do like a small shadow. I don't use the big like foundation brush that much. I don't know, I just usually like, I used a few times for my concealer, like to put my concealer on, not that much. I use this brush that is supposed to be a contour brush. I already have another contour brush from Kayla, so I use this one rather, but then this one I just use for powdering and stuff like that. And then this buffing brush I use for my foundation, and it works very beautifully. I was scared to try it because I thought that you know, using a beauty sponge would just work so much better and it will make it look very like more flawless and stuff like that. I was scared that this might look a bit streaky, but since it is so soft, it doesn't look streaky, it doesn't look too cakey or anything. So I really like using a brush now, so I might look into buying the real techniques, since the fake ones are already good and I can think that the real ones must be even better. So I might be convinced to actually give up the shipping and buy some real techniques of brushes. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I thought it was so cool to find like the fakes, because I've never seen like a big brand fakes. I've seen fake products or cheap products that are supposed to do something but then they're not that good from those cheap stores, but I've never seen like a real like big brand having a fake from. I've seen so many videos where they're like fake versus real, the fake up and things like that, unfortunately I don't have the real to compare them, but I just want to show you guys that. Over here you guys can see like all the, like these are probably some real ones and some fake ones, but like that photo there, that's how it's supposed to look, and I have to say that it does look quite identical to those. I don't have the real, like I said, to compare it to, but I do have a few photos and stuff to compare it to, so they all look pretty similar, so not that bad. Then browsing still around in that makeup section and being in awe of this fake up that I just discovered, I came across a palette that looked quite familiar, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there would also recognize this. So it is this Naked 3 palette. Now I love seeing Urban Decay makeup tutorials. I love all their products, never tried them personally. Again, shipping to South Africa is just too expensive for me right now, but I've seen so many tutorials where they use them, and I love the Naked 3 palettes. They have so many amazing shades and I would love to try them. So when I saw this I was like, oh, another fake up, have to try it. So this one I got for 89 Rand. You guys can see there, which again is super inexpensive, but I can tell you guys right off the bat that here is supposed to say Urban Decay, and here it says Romantic Beauty. Again here at the top supposed to be Urban Decay, Romantic Beauty, Naked 3. At the back doesn't have too much information and stuff, but it does come with this brush, though I have to say, now that I see it, the brush looks different inside the packaging. It's more of a like sort of this pinkish rose gold shade than just plain gold, but you guys will see that now because again I had to already unbox it and try it for myself. And then it just has all these shades here. Okay guys, so right here you can see I'm on the Urban Decay website. There is the palette, and then it says here the price. Can you guys see? Zoom in. Okay, it doesn't want to zoom, but you can see there it is $54, which works out at around 800 Rand, and I got this one for 89, which is just over a tenth of the price. So immediately I knew, I mean, this is one of the biggest high-end brands in America, so why would it over here cost like 90 Rand? So I knew it was a fake, and I knew I had to try it with the Real Techniques brushes as well. So when you open it up, it has this nice rose gold, Naked 3, and then again it says Romantic Beauty instead of Urban Decay, again Romantic Beauty instead of Urban Decay, and then on the back it doesn't have much, it just says it's the #1 Naked 3 palette, and then it just says Romantic Beauty, ingredients, which is not a lot. So I just expect that on the real one there will be a lot more like information on the back, not just this little strip here. So when you open it up, as I said, I've already used it, so excuse if there's a bit of fallout. So this is how the palette looks like. It has all the shades there, all 12 of them, and then it has the little brush here, which is a lot more rose gold in person than it looks here. It's much more like pink, and then it has all the shades here. So you have Strange, Dust, Burnout, Limit, Buzz, Trick, Nuna, Liar, Factory, Mugshot, Dark Side, and Black Heart. All the shades there that are correctly named, and the shades do look quite similar to the real one, which I have a photo of here. So that is how the real one looks, and this is how our one looks. So pretty similar. I'm sure all the shades, they've at least tried to keep them pretty similar. So let me compare them for you. So the first one, Strange, is a bit more peachy in the fake one. It's a bit more white in the real one. Then Dust is pretty much the same. Burnout is quite different. In the real palette it's a lot more brown golden shade, and then in the real one it's a bit more orangey. Then Limit looks the same. Buzz looks a bit more rosy in the real one. Trick a bit more orangey. Nuna a bit more pink in the real one now than in the fake. Liar looks pretty much the same. Factory is a bit bronzier in the real one. Mugshot is a bit less golden. Dark Side in the real one is a much more like is a lot more like dark purple, where in the fake one it's a bit more like a browny purple. So not that big of a difference. The brush looks identical, except just it says Romantic Beauty instead of Urban Decay, which is all over the palette. So let's do some swatches. Okay guys, so we're gonna start off. That one is Strange, Dust, that is Burnout, that one there, that is Limit, Buzz, Trick, Nuna, Liar, I missed one, and then that is Dark Side and Black Heart, and I missed, I think it's Factory I missed, so that's Factory back there. So those are all the swatches. So I have to say they look pretty pigmented on the swatches because I really did dig into the pan, but on the eyes you really have to work really hard to build up. So with this look as well that I used it for, to get the color that is shown in the palette, you really have to build up. You have to keep on adding product. With a lot of them, I didn't even tap off the excess because I needed a lot of pigmentation, and then you just have to keep on building up, and then eventually you might get to the shade that you have in the pan, but not right off the bat. So you have to like keep on working on it and blending and just building it up, but you will get there eventually to the shade that you need. And it does have very beautiful colors, and all the colors really mix well together, really my kind of shades. So I really like the palette. I will use it whether it's a fake or a real. If it didn't have like -3 on it, then I wouldn't have even said that it is a fake. I would have just used it as a normal like cheaper brand palette. So just because it is a fake of the Urban Decay doesn't mean that I will give it any less love. Probably if I had the real one it would get a bit more love, just because I believe that the pigmentation will be a bit better. Again, you guys have to let me know if you do have this palette, how is the pigmentation, if it is a bit better than these swatches, and how you feel when you have to blend it into your eye makeup, and how the pigmentation is. So let me know if you do have the palette, how it works, so that we can compare it a bit more with the fake one. But I have to say, if it wasn't a fake, then it works amazingly just for a plain palette. I love the colors, I love how they blend, so they do work well. Probably won't use all the colors all the time, but again, it's a nice palette. Just because it's fake doesn't mean it's very bad. I mean, I did only pay 90 rand, so 90 rand for a palette with this good like quality, for 90 rand it's pretty good. A lot of other palettes here in South Africa would cost around 200 rand for all these shades, and they would probably have just the same pigmentation. So I think paying 90 rand for this in a cheap store is absolutely a bargain. But I really enjoyed using these fakes and seeing how they work, comparing to what I've read and the prices and everything, like looking at everything and comparing. It was a lot of fun, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed me showing it to you guys. So again, leave me some comments if you do have the real ones, on how you feel on the real ones and how you think they would compare to these fake ones. And if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you are new and you haven't already, because I would love to have you part of my channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers!